Oh boy, do you remember the good old days in World of Warcraft? The excitement seeing the login screen, knowing that you are about to dive deep into the world of Azeroth, creating your first character, exploring every inch of Elven Forest in all of its glory. God damn it, those monsters again. Run! You can still get away! Go, 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 faster, my little human! Never mind. Now, that was a short adventure, but also one of the most memorable and relatable encounters for every new player. Welcome to MiniQuest 64. Today I'm going to show you how to paint a miniature Murloc, either from a board game or a 3D printed version like in this video. I found some sweet looking Murloc models on my mini factory, designed by Gloomy Kid for just $5. Some guys already created some wonderful dioramas with those. Go check him out and support the creator. If you are interested about the printing process, how to add some simple and easy supports to get your prints done and other related topics, let me know in the comments. This is our color scheme and every color you will need today. I primed this model with Corax White. And the first color we need is Mood Green from Citadel. Thin your paint on a wet palette with some water and then paint every part of the Murloc skin with 3 layers. Rocket Flash will be used for his belly next. A base coat of 2 layers should be more than enough. Now some Palette Witch Flash to paint the white pattern on both sides of the Murloc skin, first around the eyes and then some fine lines along the body. The stripes could be a bit wider, but I'm okay with the look in general. What follows now is a heavy wash of Biel-Tan Green. To put it simple, just drown the whole miniature in it. If you're here for a quick result, you can leave the skin as it is and move on to the next part. But if you want to go a bit further, grab your Mood Green again and start layering all the raised areas like the muscles again. This might take some time though. Next up, some Cabalite Green. For the patterns, we paint some rectangular shapes with a fine detail brush. This color, named Livery Green, is from Vallejo. If that's not an option for you, simply pick a similar color and brighten your Mood Green with some white. We continue to paint all the raised areas and muscles with a mix of Livery Green and Mood Green. Then we increase the amount of Livery Green in our mix and paint layer after layer until we can use Livery Green on its own for a final layer. Now we move on to Dead White or any other white color you got and base coat both eyes. And Rocket Flash again for the belly. Everland Sunset is our next color. We need the yellow for the transition into the red body parts on the hands and feet. Put some yellow on those areas, clean your brush and start to fade the color in the opposite direction to get a smooth transition. Back to some Palette Witch Flash to brighten our pattern up again. Now let's bring in some contrast with Mephiston Red. Put a base coat on both hands and feet, and while the color is still wet, place a little Everland Sunset beside it and start wet blending those two colors into each other. The fins are also painted in Mephiston Red. The Citadel contrast paint Blood Angels Red is our next color. We will paint both eyes with it. Clean our brush and drop some white paint in the middle of the eye, then mix everything together. And you probably guessed it, we continue to paint our eye with Abaddon Black. Followed by some Dead White, which we use to make some dots, first on the upper part of the eye, then one additional smaller dot on the lower part. And while we are already using Dead White, we can continue to make some highlights above the eyes and paint all the teeth. I decided to outline both eyes with Abaddon Black to make them pop a little more. Now we start painting the weapon by using gunmetal from Vallejo or Leadbelcher from Citadel. And while the metal dries, we paint the raised areas of our fins, knuckles and toes with a mix of Mephiston Red and Everland Sunset. For the next step, I cleaned our weapon stuff with Dead White and painted the missing metal part on the bottom of the stuff. If you like, you can add some more details on the fins by edge highlighting them with some dead white, while using the side of your brush in a careful manner. We finish the Murloc teeth with the contrast paint skeleton horde. Just wash them all and leave them to dry. In the meantime, I did some more wet blending on the feet with Everland Sunset and Mephiston Red because I wasn't quite satisfied with the look. Nuln Oil is the next step in painting all our metal parts. Just give them a heavy wash and let them dry. As for the wooden stuff, just paint them with some Wildwood contrast paint. To finish the eyes, I used a technical Citadel color named Art Coat, which is thinned with some water first and then painted both eyes. This will leave a glossy coat. And we continue to finish the metal parts with some Vallejo Silver or Citadel Stormhouse Silver. First some edge highlighting and then we paint the blades to get a nice contrast. Almost done. I can already hear him scream. The last step will be some Lamentas yellow or any other kind of yellow glaze or contrast paint, which will be placed between all the yellow and red parts on his hands and feet. Now our Murloc is finished and the clear acrylic base is really cool if you want to use him for a board game, so you can always see what's beneath him. Thank you for watching. If you would like to see a diorama for those Murlocs, stay tuned for future videos. Stupid Murloc, it's time for my revenge. Take that. Ooh, a chest? I wonder what's inside.